Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars and welcome to my final top 10 list for 2019. Today's top 10 list focuses on my favourite films of 2019, the top 10 best films of the year. It's been a really great year for films once again. There's been some really great films out there. I've really enjoyed watching many of them, and if you want to see all the films that I basically recommend from this past 12 months, there is a playlist on the channel of recommended films of 2019, and every single one on that list is definitely worth watching because they're excellent films. But this top 10 list will focus on my favourite films of the year. I would love to know in the comments what your favourite films were that didn't quite make this list. And I would just like to take this opportunity to thank every one of you for supporting the channel in 2019. It's very much appreciated. So as usual, there are some that just don't quite make the top 10 lists. Some honourable mentions include Toy Story 4. I went to the cinema earlier this year to watch this, and I have to say I thoroughly enjoyed this film. I didn't think there'd be a top Toy Story 3. I thought the story was finished, but no, they managed to tell another really great, compelling story, and it was loads of fun. Fighting with My Family was a really nice surprise. It tells the story, the true life story of the WWE wrestler Paige, and it's told in a really uplifting and light-hearted way, and certainly fans and non-fans of wrestling will really enjoy and appreciate this film. And the horror film Us, the second film by Jordan Peele, his first one being Get Out, which is a very well respected horror film. This is his follow-up film, another brilliant display, and a really highly recommended horror film. But coming in at number 10, I'm putting John Wick 3, Parabellum. I thoroughly enjoyed this film. I think it's one of the best action films I've seen for a long time. Incredible action set pieces and choreography throughout. Keanu Reeves puts his heart and soul into these parts, and I personally prefer this over John Wick 2. And the series is just going from strength to strength. I think that each film they're building on the world of John Wick, where it's expanding each time, and I can't wait for more. But definitely I really enjoyed the third John Wick, and I'm really looking forward to John Wick 4 when we get that. Coming in at number 9, It Chapter 2. This seemingly wasn't as well received as the first chapter, it would seem, by many audience members and critics. However, I really don't have many critiques of this film at all. I thought it was a brilliant follow-up to the first one. It was kind of exactly what I expected and hoped for. Some people had a problem with the length of the film. I didn't at all. I thought it was fine, the length of the film. And at times I actually thought this was scarier than the first film and more of a true horror at times. So I'm really looking forward for it to coming out. I think it's due out on Blu-ray in January, so I will certainly be buying it. Coming in at number 8, the Rian Johnson comedy whodunit, if you like, Knives Out. A really quite old-fashioned film, but done brilliantly. It's one of those Cluedo whodunit type films, but it's so masterfully written and directed, and it's got one of the best casts you will ever see in a film. Everybody is on point here. Everybody is brilliant to watch, very charismatic, and none more so than Daniel Craig. And I said in my review that I think this is Daniel Craig's best on-screen performance, certainly from what I can remember seeing him in anyway. And it's a film I strongly recommend watching. It's very entertaining. Coming in at number 7 is The Upside, the Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston film. Now this actually came out last year for most, but in the UK it was released in January in 2019, so that's why it's on this list, because that's when I saw it, because that's when it was released in our cinemas. An incredibly uplifting film with some fantastic performances, not only by Bryan Cranston, who is incapable of giving anything but a great performance, but Kevin Hart was absolutely brilliant too. It's a beautiful film, very uplifting, and one that you will find yourself smiling at many times while you're watching this film, and number 6, Stan and Ollie, the biopic of Laurel and Hardy with Steve Coogan and John C. Reilly. This film, criminally, just flew under the radar and not many people saw it, but those that did all agreed that it was an incredible film with 2 incredible performances by the 2 leads, and it really is, and it focuses on Laurel and Hardy in their later years when they're doing a tour in the UK, trying to recapture some of their early fame. It's an absolutely wonderful film, and I strongly recommend that you watch this film because it is expertly made and acted. Coming in at number 5, Destination Wedding, another one that for many quite a few people saw it in 2018, but in the UK we didn't get it until 2019. And this is Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder, a very unique film where these 2 people, these 2 cantankerous, miserable people meet up at a wedding, spend all their time together and slowly fall in love. It is funny. It is a real acting display by 2 veteran actors here who've got incredible chemistry between them, and it's such a unique film because the only speaking parts in this film are Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder. You must watch this film. Coming in at number 4, The Peanut Butter Falcon. What a film this is, so uplifting, so wonderful. You feel fantastic after this film has ended. It is such a joy to watch, and it basically focuses on a young man with Down syndrome who escapes from his care home because he wants to become a wrestler, and Shia LaBeouf essentially helps him along the way, and they become best friends as they go cross country together. And it's just a beautifully made film, beautifully acted, beautifully performed, and an utter joy to watch, and another film I strongly recommend. Coming in at number 3, we've got the 3 hard hitters coming in now. We have Joker, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. What is to say about this film that hasn't already been said? It's an incredible film. It was a film I wasn't sure about before I saw it, and I think after watching it, it staggers you really. It's like a slap in the face. It is not a superhero film, a supervillain film, should I say. It's something completely different. Joaquin Phoenix gives an incredibly powerful performance here, and unique performance, and he should definitely be getting Oscar nominations rolling in. Coming in at number 2, this might be controversial for many, but I am sorry, but I thoroughly enjoyed this film at the cinema, and it's Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Films like this that many people are so passionate about are going to be divisive, because films like this are never going to please everyone all the time, but I have no complaints with this film. I thought it finished the series off beautifully. I thought J.J. Abrams did the best he could to please as many people as he could, and in between that we get a really fun and exciting Star Wars film with many a nod to Star Wars before, and I just thoroughly enjoyed this film. And coming in at number 1 for me, it has to be Avengers Endgame. This is cinema at its absolute entertaining peak. It finished off this phase of like Marvel movies. It feels like Marvel movies have ended and it's moving on to a different direction almost. It feels this ended it. The title was perfect, Endgame. Massively entertaining. I felt like a kid watching it. It was uplifting, it was exciting, the effects were incredible, full of incredible cinema moment after cinema moment, and very deserving to be the number 1 film of 2019. So there you go everybody, that is my top 10 list of my personal favourite films of 2019. I think there's something for everybody on that list. I'm one of these that sometimes goes with emotions of how I feel about a film, and I try not to overanalyze them, and that's probably why some people won't put maybe Star Wars in their list, maybe even Avengers in their list, because they might not feel as though they're deserving. But if a film makes you feel good when you're watching it in a cinema, and you leave the cinema and you still enjoy thinking about that film for a couple of days following it, then it's done its job and it's done something right. And every single one of these films on this list has made me feel good watching them this year, every single one of them. And so, regardless of what you think, but I would very much like to know in the comment section what you would put in your top 10 list. And coming up, probably to finish the year, in the next few days, I'm going to put up a list of my top 10 most anticipated films to arrive in 2020, so hopefully that's something for you to look forward to. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and of course I'll see you very shortly for more reviews on Screen Stars.